We did it, fellas. We made it today, too.
Ah, there you are, Keo. You look like you're in a swell mood. How did you sleep last night? Better?
I guess.
You guess? I'll take that as a no, then. But don't you worry, Keo. Once we get you dating again, he'll stop ruminating about your ex so much. He'll be able to sleep soundly with the knowledge that your BFF Randy set you up with your dream girl.
Right, if you say so, Randy.
Oh, I know so. Anyway, sorry that I missed you this morning. I was busy with the yearbook. I was also giving you something special. Here it is. Ta-da!
You know, pretty popular. Third best-selling young adult novel. Found himself a prom date.
Well, what do you think?
Wow, Randy, that's really familiar.
Familiar?
What's up?
Hey, you haven't been snooping around my stuff, have you?
Huh? No, of course not. I just... Never mind. Forget it.
Righto. Anyway, I brought your notes so I could show you what they were like, but what you're really going to want to see is these info I got on those two girls you asked about. Yeah, lighten up, Grouchy. I know you're still nervous about this, but everything's gonna work out fine in the end. Trust me. Oh, that's lunch bell, isn't it? Don't you have an appointment you have to make?
Oh crap, that's right. Prof. Maggie had me during lunch. And Brooke, too.
For real? Both of them? I really don't think you can meet them both over the lunch break.
There's only so much time. What, I only have time for one now? God damn it. What, lunch break? What is the next cycle gonna be like? I don't think you can actually meet anybody over lunch. I'm doing double dipping with dates here. They are not dates. Just because I'm hanging out with them doesn't mean... You know what? Forget it. I'll just have to figure something out, I guess.
Too much. Prioritize.
Kyle, Randy, Maggie, and Brooke are now available. Right, will do. Thanks, I guess. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Randy, you don't happen to know anything about a girl named Claire, do you?
Huh? You mean a new transfer student?
Yeah, her. I ran into her yesterday, but I don't ever remember hearing about any transfer students.
Huh, well, yeah, I've got info on her, but don't you think you got your hands full with the other two already?
I'm not interested in her, Randy. I just want to know what her deal is. There's something different about her. I can't really describe it, but it's definitely not in a good sort of way.
Okay, I'll just take your word for it then. Just give me a second to dig out my notes on her.
Feels like he still doesn't believe me. Well, that's on him. In any case, I've got to decide who I'm going to meet. Well, yeah, it's your thing, dude. Who else do you want to read? Anything new? Nothing new for Randy. Anything for Maggie. Anything new for Brooke? Suits up with Claire. Calm, helpful, unnervingly chipper. Plans, I don't know. Nobody knows a whole lot about Claire, or even her last name for that matter, given that she transferred to St. Giles only recently. She's not really a part of any social circle. But her friendliness and cheerful attitude towards her fellow students means she hasn't made any enemies either. She often volunteers for community service activities, and she's also a peer aide for disabled and special needs students. Rumors abound as to where she came from and what her family life is like. Some say she's the daughter of a secret agent, or that she's part of witness protection, and that Claire isn't even her real name. Add to that fact that no one can recall seeing her get mad or angry ever, she's regarded as one of the most mysterious of students. If any rich, preppy private school kid could really be called that. Most people think her striking violet eyes are the result of colored contacts. She swears up and down that it's her natural eye color. Okay, looks like I've got to meet up with Brooke. Let's critique them layer. Blue or green? I've got an idea. I'll go in teal. That way my dress will be the best of both worlds. Request by me. Why does nobody ever tell them the dates things around here? I sick by the one girl? What girl? Go to the slot. That's the wrong way. That is not the way of the cafeteria. I just wanna... I'm not even going to the cafeteria, I'm going to the library. Okay, yeah, it still says Annie. First off, I need to check something very important. Weed Man is still missing. Anything new here? No. Nothing new here. Sure are a lot of books about criminals here. Sometimes I worry about the kinds of things Miss Prince is in. Did that book just fall? What's this? A world history textbook. Must have fallen on itself. Huh. That's weird. Another edition. By classics here. Verne, Clark, Asimov, you name it. Not that anyone but me bothers reading them, but hey. Let's see, anything new missing? No. Does Ophelia assignments due tomorrow? You know, last thing I need is someone distracting me. Prophet, said I, thinking of evil. Prophet still, if bird or devil. By that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Tell the soul with sorrow elated if within the distant Aiden it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. It's strange. I never gave much thought to this poem when we covered it in class, but now I think I can relate to it a little bit. I still say the Simpsons version is the best one. I'm really envious of people who can get good grades without studying hard. How do they do it? Do they have superpowers or something? Academic work only? No. Loitering, eating, socializing, or gaming. Well, I'm doing all four of those things. Paper, flash drive right here. Should have just enough time when you're ready to get started. I'm ready. I think Ophelia died. She drowned, didn't she? Completely stated. think I get it. Let's see what you think, Ophelia. I'd say it was murder. This is still pretty funny. Alright, let's admit. All of his murders be hidden. So the boss, you just had thinking with plot, but that's not true. They're wrong. Hamlet had something to do with Ophelia. I mean, that something could be. Been both. Both, huh? Well, yes, there's plenty of evidence. Able to read that much into it shows how thoughtful you really are, Kyle. Jeez, you make yourself like some kind of brilliant philosopher or something. I'm kind of curious.
About what?
This whole time we've been talking about my interpretation of the text, but you haven't really said anything about yours. I swear I'm not going to steal your ideas or anything. I just want to hear what you think, you know?
What I think? Well, personally, I agree with the consensus that Ophelia committed suicide. And, like we've just established, the tragedy of her father's death and Hamlet's rejection of her are the clear catalysts for her insanity. But, to be perfectly honest, how much of her madness was truly Hamlet's fault, and how much of it was due to her own weak will?
Weak will? What do you mean by that?
Well, admittedly, it's a very modern perspective of an antiquated work, but if you notice, Ophelia's character is defined exclusively by her relationships with the men in her life. Her brother Laertes, who acts as her protector, her father Polonius, whose death consumes her with grief, and of course her lover, Hamlet, whose rejection only further contributed to her downward spiral. What does this imply about her self-determination, about her own strength of will? Clearly, not much. If you ask me, Ophelia's death was ultimately a symptom of her weakness. She was nothing more than a frail, maudlin little girl who allowed her self-worth to be determined by the validation of other people.
Holy shit, that was a bit harsh, don't you think? I just said that.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be considered harsh, but you have to remember that my interpretation is only one, a sea of equally valid ones. That's the beauty of literature, after all. Wouldn't it be boring if we all experienced stories the exact same way?
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, I think that should give you more than enough material to flesh out your paper. Do you have any more questions for me? Thanks, Brooke, for helping me out.
Anytime, Kyle. It really was a pleasure talking to someone who understands even an ounce of the bard's work.
How difficult it is. Try to do this again for the end of the year? Oh, yeah, sure. I can't shake what she said about Ophelia. I know it's just fiction and it probably means nothing, but why would someone so kind and eager to help others say something so cold? Maybe I'm just not understanding her train of thought. It's tough to keep up with someone so intellectually gifted. But maybe if I keep trying, it'll be worth the effort in the end. Oof, this is the second time in a row I've blown off Maggie. That's the bell. 5th period is just about to start. I better get to social studies. Sorry, Maggie. I guess we're not going to get to practice together after all. That's really where I'm going. Did there used to be a weed man there? Going on about our after party plan. I'm glad she's excited, but for the after party, we're all gonna go head over to Trish's house. She's got a theater room with a popcorn machine and everything. We're gonna watch movies all night. Yeah, sounds like fun. Coach Bolero is getting her gym class outside of her prom. I can't wait to see what it looks like when they're finished. Oh, this is set up for prom, sort of. My favorite part of prom is all the crates. So be able to do the flowers, right? The student council try to prom. Why aren't they here setting it all up? It's gotta be us, huh? Or is this just the faculty's way of not having to pay for somebody to set this all up? I thought I'd get a break from gym for once. You honestly expect somebody like me to carry all this heavy junk around? Yeah, honestly, I still would have preferred dodgeball over this. Have fun. I've never set up for an event like this before. I had to read that 3 times because I kept skipping it. What the? Since when did setting something up count as a PE activity? This sucks. It sucks, they said. This sucks. Boys are conversing in a combination of speech and sign language. Are you serious, dude? I'm trying to hook you up all week. You just don't like her? Beggars can't be choosers, man. Suck it up. Of course you didn't ask for our help. It's called an intervention, bro. We're doing this for your own good. Jeez, Dan, you really are hopeless, aren't you? Looks like those guys are putting a lot of pressure on Dan. Seriously, why does he even hang out with those jerks? You should be careful too, Kyle. You don't know what kind of desperate psychos are out there. What kind of desperate, twisted fucking psychopaths there are. See a prank date? I hear they put Jorge in charge. He's kind of a weirdo, so I just picked the right guy for the job. I never realized just how many flowers we got growing here in the courtyard. Guess I found out where all that tuition money's going at. Second day, gotta check up on my boy Brad. Come on, Brad, I'm serious. Marissa's never had a date before. She's super lonely. Just take her to prom this one time so she can feel better, please. For Christ's sake, what part of her no do you not understand? Why don't you just take her yourself if you want her to feel better about it? It's not the same and you know it. Oh, you sweet summer child. Where does that phrase even come from anyway? Sweet summer child. Guess I'm gonna ask for social studies. There you are. It seems like you've been cutting it awfully close. Switch about now. I'll try harder next time. Putin. Concentrate on my schoolwork. Well, yeah, a little bit. But, no, that's not quite it. Oh, it's just damn deja vu. This feeling that something is about to go horribly, horribly wrong. Is this a sign that I should give up? That I shouldn't try to get involved with anyone? No, that's ridiculous. I shouldn't let my self-doubt get the better of me. Just because my last relationship went wrong doesn't mean that it will this time. I'm gonna have to focus if I'm gonna see this thing through to the end.